G'day folks, today I'm going trout fishing using the hole hopping technique.
Hey you!
You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now when I say the hole hopping technique, I'm not going to be hopping on one foot over mine shafts. What I mean is I'm going to be making my way up the creek, just popping into the good spots, fishing the easily accessible deep pools that often hold fish. We've had a lot of rain and the stream's going to be very difficult to wade and I'm going to get very wet. So I think it's best if I just hole hop my way along the stream, accessing the good spots and seeing if I can catch a trout. Wow, that's a lot of water. I'm using a single janjuck worm and a single split shot and a small hook. That is an insane amount of water for this little creek. Right, I've tried the pool down there that often produces fish. There's a pool here that often produces fish, but you can barely see it. Up there it's just a torrent. I think I might go upstream somewhere and try and find a bit of slower water. What about this spot? I've caught plenty of trout in this hole in calmer times. If I was a trout, I'd be up close to the bank. That's a bite. Got him! Ha ha! Right up close to the bank. Right. I just thought to myself, if I was a trout, I'd be holding close to the bank. So I put this right next to the bank and I caught a trout. Now folks, I'll take my GoPro off and get a... Look, my janjuck worm just fell off the hook. Come here buddy, I'll get a bit of a close-up for you. Seeing as I haven't got my camera. Beautifully coloured little juvenile rainbow trout. Right, I'll put him back in the water. Put the camera back on my head. I'll unhook him. I'll get him back in the drink. Hey, hey, hey! Beautiful little rainbow trout. See you later, mate. Hard up against the bank. I just sort of thought to myself, if I was a trout, I'd be holding up close to the bank out of the current. So I cast that about 40 centimetres from the bank, and the plan worked. I'll chuck another worm on, see if I can catch another one in this pool. When the water's high like this, sometimes you can catch more than one or two in a pool. And over there out of the current against that bank. There's a bite, definitely a bite. But the current's got me worm now. Something 100% grabbed that before the current got it, so there's a hungry fish in there. I'm fishing sort of across and downstream here a little bit, which is something I don't recommend in normal circumstances, but when there's this much water laying around, there's a bite. Oh, I hit it. I missed him. When there's this much water in the stream, it's a lot more forgiving. Oh look, he's taken half my worm. I'll put it back out there. He's taken the tail off, so there's definitely a hungry fish there. Will it come back for the remainder of my worm that he hasn't stolen yet? The current's got it. The fish is over there somewhere. I know there's a hungry fish there. I've got to get the bite though before the current. Got him! Oh, I had him. There's still a weeny little bit of worm there. I wonder if it's just a really small fish. There's definitely a hungry fish there and I'm just struggling to hook it. There's a bite, there's a bite. He's found it again. He's got it, he's got it. No, he dropped it. No, the current's got it. No, he's got it. Oh, I just cannot catch this fish. There is 100% a hungry fish out there, but all I can think of is that maybe it's only 3 inches long or something and it can't get the hook in its mouth maybe. The current's got it straight away that time. There's a bite. Got him! Ha ha! It took me a while. It's a little brownie. Oh, it's a rainbow. It took me a while. I've had a few bites there, then a few bites here, and I knew there was an active fish in here. Eventually I outsmarted him. I'll come down here to where it's safe to get in the water so that I can wet my hand and look after the fish's protective slime. Come here, buddy. I think it's a little bit bigger than the last one, but not much. Another healthy, beautiful little rainbow trout taking on the worm in the very high water. Bloody ripper. Little healthy rainbow trout. See you later, mate. It was a challenge. He skunned me worms at one stage, and then I had a few other bites, but eventually I outsmarted him. Or her, or it, or them, or they, whatever it identifies as. Right, well, I've spent a good 20 minutes or so at this pool. I've caught 2 trout and had a few other bites, but I think I've exhausted the hole. Time to let them rest. It's time to hop along to another pool. It looks nice and calm. Surely I can catch a fish in here. Right, now I'm just sitting here angling for a while. I've just lent my my rod up against my bag and I've got my worm in the water out there. I've drifted it through 3 or 4 times and haven't had a touch, which surprised me, so I've just going to sit and wait for 10 minutes or so, see if a fish comes along. My line's just gone really slack. I'm hoping a fish has grabbed it and swam towards me with it. No, it hasn't. Yes, it has. Oh, look at the size of it. Oh, he got off. He was only just hooked in the mouth. Look, the full worm is still there. It was a little brown. I'm sure that was a little brown trout. It was tiny. He must have just had the worm in his mouth. He had the tail in his mouth and not the hook. I've caught plenty of trout in this hole over the years. It has changed a lot. It's not as deep as it used to be. But it certainly has been a very productive hole. There's a touch. I'm sure it's fought a nibble. Got him. Yes, what have I got? A redfin. You've got to be joking. Well, that was a little bit unexpected. I could see this red coming in and I thought maybe I'd gill hooked it and there was bleeding or something, but no, it's a redfin, an English perch. Here's a photo tip. If you're photographing a redfin and you want the fins to stand up at the back, give it a bit of a wiggle and then their fins will stand up. See you later, mate. In the words of Clark Griswold, I could wake up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet and I wouldn't be any more surprised than I am right now, Ed. Right, I was going to call this video hole hopping for trout. I might have to call it hole hopping for fish. Quite often when you catch redfin, where there's one, there's more. So I could catch another one. Got a bite. I could catch another one. Something's biting it. Could be a trout too. I'm guessing it probably is a trout. Got him. It's another redfin. Oh no, it's a rainbow. It's fallen off. It's a little brown trout. I wet my hand on the grass here after the rain, which is a good thing. It's a little rainbow trout. God, I'm in the land of the minis at the moment. Catching mini everything. Mini trout. See you mini later. Right, now that redfin and that little rainbow trout were both caught on the same Jan Juck worm. Let's put it on and see if I can catch a third fish on the same worm. It's good to know that this old faithful pool still produces. I videoed a long time ago 2 platypuses swimming around in circles over there mating or fighting or doing something. 2 platypuses at once. There's a bite. That was a bite. Something. There he goes. He's biting it again. Stopped. Got him. What have I got? It's a brown this time, is it? Yeah, that's another. No, it's a brown. It's another little brownie. All right. Well, a little brownie, not another. Lots of little fish being caught here at the moment, isn't there? I've caught 3 fish on the one Jan Juck worm. I've caught 3 little rainbows, now a little brown. I've lost what I think was a little brown, and I've caught a lovely little redfin. Having a blast. This is awesome. Check this out. Mate, I highly recommend the athlete's foot. They'll measure your heel pattern, your walk pattern, and choose the best pair of shoes, and then they'll sell you 50 pair of shoes. There's a neat little backwater. I think there'd be something sitting in there, wouldn't it? It's very deep in under all that crap. I don't want the current to wash my worms down there, or I'll end up in a hell of a mess. It's a bite. I'm getting a bite, which I was. He's mangled me worms. I know there's at least one hungry fish. It was just down there. He's back. Missed him again. I might just straighten the worms up a little bit. Well, it's game on, folks. There's a hungry fish in here. There is definitely a hungry fish in there. He's back, he's back, he's back, he's biting. Can you give him a second? Got him. Oh, done him. He might not come back now. I felt a bit of weight that time actually, and he didn't feel too bad. I'm thinking that it probably won't come back again now, but you never know. I'll put my mangled worm back down. Star mangled worm banner. Will it come back, or did I feel too much weight? I reckon I probably... He's back, he is back. Got him. Oh, I lost him there. Wait, see, he was the first decent sized fish I've hooked today. I don't know whether the camera picked it up. It looked like a rainbow. I just saw a big flash of bright silver. I actually felt me drag squeak a little bit. Now, I don't think it was a huge fish, but it was probably maybe a 30 centimetre or so fish. It was the first respectable fish that I've hooked today. But I doubt very much that he'll come back now, because not only did I see weight, but I pulled it up a little bit and I saw a flash. I'm very surprised if that fish makes another appearance. Getting a nibble. Whether it's on the same fish or not, I don't know, but I'm getting a nibble. Something definitely nibbled. Whether it's the same fish or a different fish, I don't know, but I definitely had another nibble there then. There we go. Got him. Little one. That is absolutely not the fish that I hooked a minute ago. I promise you it's not. It's wetting my hand on the grass. It's not as wet, but it's wet. Another pretty little rainbow. No shortage of them in this stream at the moment, which is very, very good. That is absolutely not the fish that I lost a couple of minutes ago. That was a half decent fish. But every fish is a fish. You beauty! Here's a nice looking little spot, but I don't like that I'm coming down onto it from above. But I'm standing behind this tree in the hope that it breaks my silhouette, and I'm just hoping that all the extra water helps to, getting a bite, helps to keep me camouflaged. Yeah, he's biting. He's back. There's a fish there. Missed him. I'm just sort of... I don't like fishing downstream like this, but sometimes you just got to do what you've got to do on the day. I've just had a little nibble just in that corner there. And he's nibbling again now. There's definitely a hungry fish there. Got him. Another tiddler. Look at the size of him. Another weeny little rainbow trout. Wowee, there's certainly a distinct lack of size today. Tiny. Tiny, small fish, big fun. See you later, mate. Got him. Ah, a bigger one. Not a big fish, but the biggest one today. And it's a brownie. Come here, mate. Come here, I'll get you off. Look at that. It's a little bit more respectable. It's still not a monster, but at around 25 centimetres, it's the biggest one today. I'll drop you in the water, mate. You can have a refresh. I'll put my camera back on my noggin. And you, my friend, get to swim away and live another day. Little bite. Got him. Yes! A half decent one. There we go, folks. A half decent rainbow trout. I decided to stop at this spot where I lost a nice fish before. I stopped here as I was walking back to the car after I caught that brown, and I think that's the same fish. I'll get him unhooked and get it back. You beauty. Rainbow trout. See you later, mate. Folks, I've had an absolute blast. Hole hopping. Just because you can wade doesn't mean you have to. And when the stream's high and a little bit dangerous, you're better off not to. Just hop along, get into the easy to get to spots, drown a worm, hole hopping, you might catch yourself a feed of fish. I've had a great day today. There's certainly been a distinct lack of size. The last two were a bit bigger, but most of them were small. That's a great sign for the future of this stream. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.